So, good morning to all. Uh, Welcome to my channel. It's a new channel. I'm just going to try to cover topics dealing with just life, man, for people who don't have guidance in the streets, black, white, green, orange, or red, uh, dealing with addiction, dealing with just day-to-day struggles, giving my point of view and how I view situations and how I've learned to handle situations and cope with some of the struggles I've went through in life and overcome. I was blessed and fortunate enough to have older older people around me when I was younger that was able to slap my head a couple times, when I was fucking up or getting too close to the edge, and it kept me alive. And I still made some mistakes down the road, but they wasn't as crucial, they was crucial, but it kept me alive. Uh, so that's what we're going to talk about on this channel. And hopefully somebody gets some good out of it. Like and subscribe. So today, I kind of want to just touch bases on like vengeance. Vengeance. I was watching a movie on Netflix about this chick named Betty. The husband divorced her, married a younger chick, kind of ran her through the mud, and just did her dirty around every corner with her kids, finances, and she had helped him start from the bottom to where he was. While he was in medical school and law school. She was working jobs, pregnant, and she ended up killing the dude. It was a tragic situation on both ends because he did do her bad. But I'm a believer in the Creator, and that's why he says vengeance is the Lord's. Because like she went and shot him and his new wife. All right. Now, although it was kind of a lot of people said it was justified, but they really didn't suffer. Not that I want them to suffer, but the dude was a straight dickhead. He was rich, arrogant, lawyer, good at what he did. And, she ended up getting like $16,000 a month for the rest of her life. For the rest of her life. $16,000 a month. Now, she was used to living, high standards, but still, sometimes you got to adapt. And she got like $28,000 cash and some off and on visitation with her kids, which might have changed in the future. And he just pushed her to the edge, and people can be pushed to that breaking point to where they snap. But you always got to kind of remember that saying, vengeance is the Lord's. Remember that verse, that no matter what people do to you, you might not always see it, but karma, that's just how this whole cycle of life works. It's going to cycle right back around. It don't matter what it is. If this faulty or somebody do you shady, you don't have to fret. And she was so caught up and focused on like being with this dude that she couldn't see past him to even live her life and to enjoy her kids and to move forward, that she was so worried about him and sticking it to him and his new girlfriend. And the judge was like, stop calling their phone and stop. She going breaking in the house, ran a Suburban into his door, and like I said, I'm not saying that I understand where she was coming from, because he pressed a lot of buttons, and people is only human, man. We can only take so much before we break. But before you hit that breaking point and do something stupid like she did, because now she, sitting behind bars for the rest of her life, or for majority of her life. She was already kind of old. I think she ended up getting like 15 years or something like that. Her kids looking at her different, and just the struggles of being in prison. And and she took some lives. She still got to answer to the Creator for that. And like she would have been better off letting God handle it, letting the Creator handle it. She might not have seen it, but she would have just got over it, moved on with her life, did the best she could. Maybe found somebody else new that could appreciate what she was and who she was, because she was a good mom, a good wife. If she could have found somebody else that would have appreciated that, she could have really did some things. She had some money for the rest of her life. But she chose to take some lives and take vengeance into her own hands. Now, if she would have let that go on, and their life was over in the instant. She shot both of them, so it was a pop thing type thing. So they was scared, maybe nervous for a little minute, but then their bodies was, their souls was gone, their bodies was still here, and they was at peace. I don't know how they was with God, or the Creator, but they was off this earth. They didn't have to stick around and see some of this bullshit. But who knows what would have happened. I'm not saying that I wish this on them, but he was a dick. Once a dick, and a lot of those type of people, they hard to change. You know what I mean? Like, soon as she married him, like, he instantly turned into this, do everything for me, and he forgot everything she had did for him. It was have my dinner ready. I mean, the instant they got married, it was, make up the bed, have the dinner ready. And even while she was working and he was just going to school, he instantly flipped the script and just kind of changed on her and started cheating on her and all that. But, I don't have no doubt in my mind that he wouldn't have did the same thing to him. My bad, lost that video. But I don't have no doubt in my mind he wouldn't have did the same thing to his new wife, And that would have been something that they had to go through. You don't know what the Creator had in store for him. He might have lost his practice. He might have suffered. He might have, went blind. Ain't no telling. You know what I mean? But she didn't ever let it play out to see what would have happened to him. And it was really not even on you to worry about what's going to happen to the person. Somebody do you dirty, fool me once, that's on you. Fool me twice, it's on me. So somebody do you dirty, just kind of remember this. Just move forward, get past it. Don't put yourself in a situation to get fucked over again, to get done that. Live, learn, forgive, but don't forget. Because if you just continuously put yourself in the same situation, after a while, people stop feeling sorry for you. And you really can't feel sorry for yourself, because you're just putting yourself in the same situation. It's insane. It's insanity. And you expecting a different result, and you know what's going to happen. You fuck with snakes, you're going to get bit. You play around the toilet, you're going to get some shit on your hands. You know what I mean? That's just how shit of life works. But it's ways to do that. That's why I love Proverbs so much. If you read a proverb daily, it'll kind of guide you through this crooked world and how to survive around this motherfucker and how to live your life to where you can minimize some of the situations that cause you to have to ride or take vengeance in your own hands or feel like you have to or want to. You know what I mean? Like, it's a crooked car salesman. Don't buy a car from him. You got a homeboy that's bad at business. Don't get into business with him. It's a woman that's kind of questionable, a man that's questionable on his or her morals. Don't get in a relationship with him. You can cut a lot of that shit and nip it in the bud from the get-go. So just kind of remember that, man. Vengeance is the Lord's. You're going through something in life and you feel like you're having an unjust moment, don't take it in your own hands. Let God handle it. Be smart about the situation. Karma gonna come back around, guaranteed. You just might not be around to see it. But if you take it in your own hands, now you got to deal with karma and the Creator yourself. Even like I be telling my young partners and my sons, like when you're dealing with the police, like, it might be wrong what they doing to you. Know the law, and you can audit their ass. And if they start tripping, it's put your hands up. Cooperate. Do what they say. If you got a license, and you got to kind of weigh your options. Do I really want to press this issue and take it all the way here? Because for white people, they can do it a little different, to be honest. My wife is white. And, we've discussed it several times. They can get away with it a little bit more. As a black man, we might get killed. And then the issue get brought out. You know what I'm saying? But then you already gone. So sometimes it's best to just, if they're going to do you shady, record it, document it, make sure they got their body camera on, take it to court after the situation, Then let the judicial system work the best it can and see if you can get justice that way. And if not, the Creator got you and he going to take care of you and the situation will get handled. Karma going to come all the way back around, Like that black dude that they killed, shot up his, they snatched him out of his car, dragged him, tased him a bunch of times, beat him, punched him. As soon as the dude got word that he got fired, left the police station, and died in a car wreck. Bless his soul. I ain't saying I wish death on nobody, but that just show you, you live a shady life, you do people shady, you can't expect good to come to you. If you a snake, you got to expect to die by snake shit. You live by the sword, pistol, badge, whatever, you might die by that motherfucker. And that's just real shit. So that's just my little rant, my little piece for today. everybody stay positive, stay focused, man. Keep your eyes open, ask the right questions, man, all the time. And give praise to the one that created all of us and make this thing go round. And check out the show, man. I hope y'all like my little word for the day. Like and subscribe. I'm going to try to hit up a little video once, twice a week, man. Not just really for the monetary gain, but for the fact that I feel like it's a lot of people, young brothers, sisters, white, black, brown, that just need to hear something positive, something different than all the bullshit that's out there and what's going on. Just a bunch of nonsense and people just jibber jabbering and giving no good wisdom, man, at all. I'm 39 years old, about to be 40, and I done lived a lot, and I done seen a lot, and I done done a lot. I ain't saying I know it all, because I'm far from that, but I do know a few things, that have gotten me this far. And a lot of my homeboys and people I grew up with can't say that they got this far, because a lot of them ain't here today or they not free today. And if they was free, they probably would change a lot of shit that they did, guaranteed. So I love y'all. Y'all stay up. God bless. Next time.